I basically wanted to try and create a program where we could create a more direct line of communication from our side, as far as the company goes, to you as the dealer. I felt like there's been a little bit of miscommunication from information going from us to our distributor partners, and then those distributor salespeople have to remember that information along with the information from all these other companies that they're trying to sell. And sometimes the dealers can get left in the dark. So this is more of a direct line of communication from us to you, to try and help build a better relationship between our two companies, and to keep you updated with a lot more of the new products that are coming out, changes to existing products that may be taking place. Yeah, keep you up to date with any promotions that are currently going on, that either you as the dealer can partake of, or in order to encourage your customers to finalize that purchase if they're on the fence. Okay. The email blast that we get sent out, that will have all that information on there as well. I'm sure you've seen in this first couple emails that we sent out, there's a active promotions section where it talks about right now is the TM22. So any customer that buys a TM22 from you can go onto our website and register in order to get a free 25 round magazine. All they have to do is prove that they bought the gun from somewhere, right? And they can get a 25 round magazine. So that could be something that, as you're talking to a customer and maybe they're on the fence about it, you just throw in, by the way, there's a promotion going on for this firearm right now where you can get a 25 round magazine for free. All you have to do is go to the website and submit your paperwork. So we're going to try and keep you up to date with promotions. We've also got our stocking dealer rebate program for regular dealers and also for California. And then we have our range program available on that email as well. So if you have an indoor range, please make sure that you fill out that range program form, because you can get a lot of cool little perks, benefits, discounts, and stuff like that. And then the dealer stocking program is pretty simple. When you read through the form, you'll see how many certain kinds of guns you have to purchase from certain lines. And when you do, you get 2 free guns plus some other stuff. Throughout these programs, it'd be a good idea if you have a pen and paper handy. The only reason I say that is because, one, you can take notes. 2, if you have questions, but maybe you want to email them to me at a later time, then you can. And 3, throughout the broadcast, I'm going to say a code word, and if you are able to, after the first 5 episodes, if you're able to send us an email with the 5 correct code words, then what we're going to do is we're going to send you a dealer promo package. That's going to be some sort of items that you're going to be able to put into the store to help promote our products, but that you'll be able to hang up. And it's going to be no cost to you. We're going to send them to you. All you have to do is keep that code words, and then when we're done with the 5 episodes, you'll send those in. Okay, so make sure that you keep your ears open for when I say the code word. And that's basically our way of trying to reward you for taking the time to learn about our products and attend the class with us. So again, like, if you have any questions, you can use the chat feature. Otherwise, if you have your pen and paper handy right now, you can email me direct. And that email is going to be johnmcclain@armscor.com, JohnMcclain @armscor.com. If you do have any questions right now, it looks like there's only maybe 6 or 7 of us in there. Go ahead and email directly. I will try to get you an answer in a timely manner. But like I said, you can also use the chat feature if you do. And if I can see it in time, then maybe we can even answer it right here on the broadcast. With that being said, for those that don't know, my name is John McClain. I'm the National Training Manager for Armscor and Rock Island Armory. Yes, my real name is John McClain. And no, I was born before the movie came out, so my parents weren't just diehard fans. Like I said, I'm National Training Manager. I'm also one of the pro shooters for the team. I've been using Rock Island Armory and Armscor products for about 11 years now. Shot maybe 600 or 700,000 rounds of ammunition. I've got multiple guns and multiple lines from us, where I basically had them build me the gun from pieces off the regular production line and just throw some upgrades. So when I do talk about the products, please note it wasn't some custom one-off build that I had them do for me. It was a gun that I had taken off of the shelf and then done some work to. So when I talk about how reliable and robust the product really is, please note I'm not just blowing smoke up, okay? So it's a legit, honest opinion, and track record. I mean, one of my primary firearms is the first firearm that they ever built for me, and it's still my primary go-to one for pistol for the 3-gun world. So great product, great product. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started now. I'm going to go ahead and share this presentation, so I'm going to go off the screen now. And what I want to start off with is us as a company. So we have Armscor, which is Armscor USA or Armscor Global Defense. Note, if you're looking at boxes of ammunition, if you see Armscor USA, that's ammunition that was loaded and packed in the U.S. facility. If it says Armscor Global Defense, that's stuff that was loaded and packed over in the Philippines. Okay. Rock Island Armory is the pistol brand that comes primarily from the Philippines. RIA Imports is any firearm that we manufacture that is being imported, but as a almost an exclusive dealership that we have. So the perfect example is the VR line of shotguns is through a company called Diria, but we are their exclusive importer into the U.S. Okay, and because it's got our name on it, RIA, it's going to be covered by us as a company. And then the new addition is RIA USA. So RIA USA is the brand new factory that we just opened up in Cedar City, Utah, which we're very excited about. We launched the VRF-14 out of that facility first, and then the new 5.0 is the big hot ticket item that everyone has kind of been talking about, and that's going to be coming out of RA USA. Now, we're going to start off by saying, let's talk about our pistol line, which is right here. And the first thing I want to start with is this idea of you get what you pay for. I know a lot of customers and people, when they talk about Armscor products or Rock Island Armory products, they kind of shy away from the fact that we're based out of the Philippines, because you get what you pay for is kind of the motto that a lot of people will use, because they see our price tag and they can't believe, okay, if it's that low, then it must not be a quality product. However, the example I try and throw out there is, if you were looking for a car and you went to one car dealership and you found a car that you liked for $18,000, and then you went to another dealership and you found the exact same make, model, year, upgrades, mileage, everything of that same vehicle, and they told you it was going to be $17,000, no one would go and pay $18,000 for a car that they could get for $17,000. But why not? Because if you get what you pay for, then the $18,000 car should be better. So there's a breakdown in that communication with people, thinking that you get what you pay for. Sometimes you can get better value for the same amount of dollars, or even for less. And that's kind of where our line of products is based out of. Okay, you have to understand that the reason our price point is the way that it is not because we make a subpar product. It's because the cost of manufacturing that product is lower for us in the Philippine side, and we're able to transfer those savings over to the U.S. when we bring these firearms to market. Okay, so keep that in mind with your customers. Don't let the price tag difference scare you. You're getting a better value. I don't like the word cheap. I like to say we're the more affordable option. Okay. Now, when we talk about our line of pistols with our customers, if the person is just looking for the absolute best value for their dollar, they don't care about changing the gun, they don't care about upgrades, then you're going to want to point them to the GI line. That is going to be your most absolute base model 1911 that we manufacture at the most cost-effective price point. I kind of like to compare that to like the Saturn cars that used to be out there. Like, it was just a great vehicle for you to buy your kid when they were learning how to drive. They were potentially going to, hit a few parked cars, maybe run into a light pole or two, but the car did its job. It got them from point A to point B, had basic upgrade features and all that kind of stuff. That's your GI. Okay. Then we talk about the word standard. So when you see the word standard on the price list, note that what that means is that you're getting the more modernized 1911 with a lot of the upgrades that most people know and love today. So you get a dovetail cut front sight. You get a Novak style cut rear sight that is going to be fixed. You get a skeletonized hammer, a skeletonized trigger. You'll get checkered grips, either rubber or plastic, depending on if you get a single stack or a high cap model. You get an extended beaver tail. You'll get a ambidextrous safety on single stack models and a safety just on the left-hand side for the high cap models. And like I said, that's just the more modern 1911 style pistol that most people know and love. Okay, so if they want to try, if they're looking at the GI because of the price point, but then they start talking about how, well, I don't like these sights, or maybe I'm going to swap out this grip safety. Stop your customer right there, because the price difference between the GI and the standard is going to be less than them going out and buying all of the aftermarket parts to turn a GI into a standard and then get it fitted by a gunsmith and pieces machined. And then they're also going to void the warranty if they do that. So standard, that's going to be for the person that wants the more modernized 1911. Let's go to the word ultra. Ultra, so standard, I like to call that the Chevy line. That's like the 80% of the market's probably going to be looking into that line. Then we talk about Ultra. Ultra is going to be the Cadillac, okay? That's the one that's going to have all the bells and whistles. So the other upgrades that you get from that is that you get a fiber optic front sight. You'll get an adjustable Novak style cut rear sight. You get a, you'll still have the skeletonized hammer, skeletonized trigger. You get ambidextrous safeties on single stack and high cap model firearms. You're going to get the upgraded G10 grips instead of just the standard checkered ones. And then you're also going to get a magwell on the bottom of the gun. So it's going to help you facilitate with some faster reloads. So it's literally a gun that you could pull out of the box and go and shoot a competition with if you wanted to. Okay, so that's going to be the word ultra. So you got GI is the Saturn, standard is the Chevy, ultra means Cadillac. Okay. Then we talk about the difference between what is a rock standard versus a TAC Ultra means. So the word rock means that the frame of the firearm is your standard classic 1911 looking frame. If it says TAC, then that frame now has a tactical rail on the bottom side. Okay, so for example, we see here on this slide, we've got a rock standard, and then FS on the GI, MS on the standard, and CS on the Ultra. That's going to stand for full size, mid size, and compact size. Okay, so it makes it a lot easier when we're talking to our customers about what exactly model they're looking for. So let's say we're talking with our customer and they really want a 1911. So you say, okay, cool. Do you have a certain price point? No, not really. Price doesn't necessarily matter. You just try and keep it under $1,000. Awesome. Okay, no problem. So all the lines of pistols work at that point. So then we can say something like, okay, do you want to like add a weapon light to this system? If the answer is yes, then we automatically know we need to look at the TAC line series of pistols. From there, we want to say, okay, how important is it to be able to adjust your sights? Like, do you change your ammo load on a regular basis? You know, is it going to be competition purpose, or you know, do you want to have a magwell on it for faster reloads, or are you trying to minimize how much of the gun there is? And they say, you know what? Yeah, like it'd be cool to be able to shoot a pistol in competition. That'd be awesome. So now we know we're looking for a TAC Ultra, and if they're talking about competition size, then it's probably going to be a full size. So they're looking for a TAC Ultra FS. Okay. Now at this point, the code word is going to be Utah. So make sure that you write that down. And that's as a shout out to Cedar City, Utah. Now, we've talked about the difference between the GI and then the standard and the Ultra. We've talked about the difference between ROC being a standard 1911 frame and the TAC being the tactical model with the tactical rail on the bottom side. Now let's talk about what HC stands for. As you can see there on the bottom part of the slide, it says high cap HC options available. So all that means is that that frame, instead of being your standard 1911 single stack configuration for the magazine, it's now going to run into a wide body double stack. So you can see on the price list that we might have a ROC standard MSHC. That means it's going to be a ROC standard 1911 frame. Standard, it's the Chevy line. It's not the super expensive. It's not the super affordable. It's just the mid-range. MS, mid-size, and then HC, high capacity. So it's going to be a wide body. Okay. From there, we've got the MAPP line of firearms. That's going to be our EAA, 10-folio witness style type of pistol. It's a double action, single action, 9mm pistol that we have. We have the STK-100, which is manufactured out of the Philippines. I am going to talk a little bit more about the STK-100 in another episode, but just know that when we're talking about the STK-100, it's not exactly... The conversation probably doesn't go how you think it would, which is that you don't want to talk to necessarily Glock fans about this pistol. What you really want to do is talk to your 1911 fans about this pistol, okay? We have the M200 revolver, which is a very, very cost-effective revolver that is a great way to get people into becoming firearm owners, and also for those that like to have maybe a little bit of history as far as different platforms, whether or not they want to shoot a revolver or just have a revolver for their collection of firearms that they want to start. It's a great option at a great price point. And then the new Rock Island Armory USA, manufactured right here in Cedar City, Utah, is going to be the 5.0. And that is exclusive right now. We have the limited edition runs where we're doing 150 with the red dot and 150 with iron sights. As soon as those are sold out, though, we do have a new version that's going to be coming out. Right now, it's either a red dot or it's either iron sights. You don't get to kind of have both. The new upgraded version will have that option. They will ship with iron sights and a removable plate for optics in the future, and it's not going to be centered around one specific optic, but rather you will have options for that. Okay, so with that being said, that's going to be the end of this first episode. I don't want to throw too much information at you, even though I'm sure that was quite a bit. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for logging on. Make sure you got that code word and keep it in a safe spot. And we will be doing these. I'm planning on doing these every twice a month. Okay, so you'll be getting their emails for the next one. And make sure that you go through those emails, check out the promotions page, check out your dealer stocking programs, check out your range program if you do have an indoor range accessible to, or even if it's an outdoor and you just got a gun store attached. But make sure you take advantage of those programs that we do have in place for you. And again, if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me at johnmclean@armscor.com. Make sure you let people know too that they don't have to be just live. After we're done with these recordings, we are going to email them out. So if you can't make it to the live viewing of this Armscor University class, then we're going to send you the link so you can watch the video at a later time, whatever works best for you. We're all in different time zones. We're all busy and we've got schedules and all kind of stuff. So, yeah, just keep that as another feature to know. Like, if at any time, maybe even you need a refresher, like you couldn't remember what the difference between rock and standard, then you'll be able to come back and rewatch this video. And you can also check out armscor.com/dealer-training, where we do have a lot of videos up there as well that I have done over the past few years that kind of talk about some of the same things too. So maybe you need a quick refresher, or maybe you've got a new hire and you want them to be caught up on some of the products. You can have them sit down and watch some of those videos. They're fairly quick, 2 to 3 minutes long, so it's not like they're gonna have to sit there and watch a 45-minute long video or anything like that. But and there you go. Cooper just sent you guys a link. Feel free to send dealer friends this link so they can get registered, and we can make a party of it, which is what you don't typically want to do in a classroom. But thank you guys so much. I'm very excited for this program to be launching officially, and I look forward to many, many great episodes. And I look forward to keeping you guys informed, helping to build this relationship. So thank you guys so much. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take it off the air here. But guys, again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, johnmclean@armscor.com. Don't forget the code word. Keep that in a safe spot. And I will see you on the next episode of Armscor U.